Morning adventurers, we have made it to the HOH Rainforest where we are about to take two very short hikes through something that we can't see anywhere else in the United States. I am so excited. But first, you know I like a good visitor center, so we're gonna find it somehow. And it's only fitting going to the rainforest that it's sprinkling. Good times. Anyway, as you can see, the parking lot is packed, meaning this is going to be a really good place, because otherwise why would this many people be here, right? Inside the visitor center, you can find all of the unique things that we might encounter while in the rainforest. It talks about everything from the tiniest thing that we won't be able to see unless we have a microscope, all the way up to the more obvious things like the mushrooms and the animals and things like that. So this is really exciting, guys. This is really interesting. So the rainforest averages 138 inches of rain per year, and it makes it one of the wettest places in the lower 48. You can find a map inside or out here on the trailhead, and they do recommend you take a picture of it to save a tree. Good job, guys. Okay, we are moving forward toward the Hall of Mosses. This literally is the main reason I came to this area. I saw photos and I was so blown away that I just had to come. It looks like the rain is catching us. It just started to open up, but that's not gonna stop us. We're gonna see this in all its beauty. We just might see it a little bit wetter than what we were planning. I left the rain jacket over in the car. Oops. That was such a cool banana slug. We don't have those in Texas. Has a little bit of a rain shelter for just a minute. It's getting worse, guys, but it's so pretty. Okay guys, this is our official turn onto our trail. We're gonna be going about 3/4 of a mile in this rain, but enjoying every minute of it. It's spectacular, and I'm gonna try to show you a little bit of the trail, the cool things that are here, and then talk to you along the way to tell you about the experience. This is just such a unique place. It's so green, it's so lush, and for the first time I really don't mind getting rained on, at least right now. Have you ever seen a tree growing off of another tree? Look up here. Right up here, there's a little growth on this tree, and it actually is another tree. You can see the roots coming down right here. It's crazy. Look guys, there's little hoof prints. we found tracks. After seeing those tracks, I think it's a good time to insert a little information about the Roosevelt elk. The Roosevelt elk were nearly hunted to extinction at one point in time, and then they were repopulated. And this area is actually home to the largest herd of unmanaged Roosevelt elk. Now, there are a few rules when it comes to the elk. You're supposed to stay at least 25 yards away. At least. You're not supposed to try to touch them. And they do have some displays at the various visitor centers where you can get to know a little bit more about them in a safe environment without bothering them. So seeing their tracks though, really cool. Super. Just wanted to stop off at this beautiful, beautiful piece right here. I mean, if you were to see this in an art exhibit, people would pay thousands upon thousands of dollars for this. And it's just nature doing its best curation ever. Like, nature really is the best curator. Important when you come out to places like this to truly allow yourself to explore. I know that it's raining, but taking your time is important to see everything. It's just so spectacular, the colors and the fact that all these things can exist the way that they do. It's beautiful. Look how spectacular this one is. This is crazy, guys. This area is just so amazing, from the natural beauty around us, the leaves, the mosses, just the formation of the trees, how they thrive off of one another. And look, they have these perfect little photo spots for us people who want to take a selfie or two. Wow, look at this, beautiful. I've noticed while walking through here is every step that I take, whenever I step down, sounds almost hollow. It's kind of strange. I haven't noticed that on any other hike in any other location. It's just kind of bizarre. So if you've experienced this walking in the forest before, let me know. Yeah, leave me a comment. We came upon this log, and if you'll notice, it comes up to my shoulder. It's huge. And it goes for probably 75 feet in that direction. But wait, that's not it. On this side, it goes for an additional 75 feet. Wow. It just kind of goes to show you how tall some of these trees that we're looking at really, really are. That's massive. Wow. Oh, I feel like a dwarf. It just goes to show that we are so small in comparison to the world around us. A lot of times we think that our problems are the only things that matter and that everything is so big and bad. But in reality, we're just a very tiny microscopic piece of this massive world. Now yesterday, whenever I was hiking out of Merrimack Falls, I saw some things like this. These are mushrooms. Now, I personally would never ever pick these because I don't know enough about them. I don't know which ones are safe to consume and which ones are not. I don't know which ones can be cooked with and which ones will kill you within 5 minutes. But there was a guy there who was harvesting mushrooms. And I just was like, So whenever I went to the visitor center today, they have a display of all of these mushrooms. And most of them are really bad for you, like liver failure, vomiting, bad stuff. So I don't know why you would chance it, like ever. This tree is 220 feet. What? That is way on up there. Well, it was way on up there. Now it's really down here. Can you imagine though, being in the woods one day and that falling? Like, the normal fight or flight does not apply to something that large. So just to give a reference on how tall that tree is, I am 5'7". That means about 36 of me would have to be standing on each other's shoulders just to get to the top of the tree. Wow, that's a lot of me's. This one is actually recently fallen and freshly cut, and they marked how old it is. You can determine how old a tree is by counting the rings. That means that somebody was out here for a while counting some rings after they had to cut it. That's insane. The rain started getting real. Real. I did find an amazing couple though along the way, and they offered me part of their umbrella, which was so great. That's the most amazing thing about travel, is you meet the coolest people, and I can't say that enough. Like, for real, it just warms my heart to know that all the bad stuff we hear in the world is easily combated by a trip like this. You learn so many people are so genuine and good instead, and it's just such an amazing feeling. We're back at the visitor center, guys. I guess we're gonna get in the car and try to figure out what we're gonna do next. I was gonna take that other trail, but the rain is not gonna let up anytime soon, and I don't wanna feel sloshy. I think we saw some amazing things along this trip today, so let's see where the world takes us next. If you have enjoyed today's trip through the rainforest, make sure that you subscribe, ring the bell for future uploads, and have a wonderful time. And for all my Drake fans out there, it's a rolling, not a stopwatch. Grind don't ever stop. Enjoy your adventures.